How does the grace of salvation come to us? Jesus saves mankind by laying down his life for us out of love. For love is in fact greater than sin, and the love of the Son of God weighs more than all of the sins of all men of all time. By giving his life on the cross, Jesus has provided something that outweighs all sin. That, as we have said, is how salvation works. Now, how can we actually partake of the fruits of salvation? How does the love of Jesus on the cross 2,000 years ago come into our lives today? Okay, this is how it works. In order for man to be able to share in the fruits of salvation, he has to believe in Jesus, follow him, and be recreated in his image. But you don't become like Jesus by wearing sandals and a robe, but by the actions of God's grace. Through grace, we are recreated in Jesus Christ and become a new creation. And the chief sources of grace are the 7 sacraments. Sacraments are signs instituted by Christ, through which God works in our soul. They're like channels by which his love is poured into our hearts. In our soul, the power of grace unfolds and transforms us into a new creation. Baptism is the first sacrament. In baptism, the old man, as it were, dies. He drowns in the water, and the new man is raised to life. He rises from the water. Through baptism, we become like Christ because we participate in his death and his resurrection, and thus begins our life as a new creation. Unfortunately, the old man of sin comes to the fore every now and again. For although becoming a new creation might take just an instant, living as a new creation is more of a lifelong process. That is why the sacraments of penance and the Eucharist are especially important. They restore and strengthen us again and again. All of the 7 sacraments have a transforming power in us, so that we can live more and more as a new creation and become true sons and daughters of God. In this way, that is, above all through the 7 sacraments, we share in the fruits of salvation that Jesus obtained for us on the cross 2,000 years ago.